Hello Rust players, let's talk about the most efficient way to mine. Alright, so before even starting off, in order to get the most nodes, just go to the winter biome. Because many nodes spawn here, plus they're very exposed, not too many hills and stuff, so you can see them from farther away. Although one issue is that people might see you easier, so you gotta be careful with that. Now, to maximize your mining, you want to make use of the pure ore tea, which will increase the ore yield by 50% for 30 minutes. But since the pies were recently introduced, I would suggest also grabbing a bear pie, which will boost the yield of your tea by 50%, but it will also cut the duration in half. So basically, both these will be only active for 15 minutes. Now, if we're talking about pickaxes, as you probably know, the ore gather is different for each type, and the type that has the most is the salvaged pick. So for the best results, you might want to use these three together combined. Now, of course, that's gonna cut the duration in half, but you're gonna be making so much ore that in the long run, in the end, you're probably gonna be filling up your inventory way before the duration ends. So now let's just do a quick test with the ice pick. We've got 1, 2, and 3 metal nodes here. So let's do one without any tea or pie and see how much we get. Alright, so using the ice pick, we got 600 metal ore plus 2 high qual metal. Now let's drink a tea and see how much that increases our yield. Alright, so we approach another iron node. Let's just quickly bring it down. And as you can see, now we got 900 metal plus 3 high qual. Now we're gonna eat the pie as well. And then we're gonna take this one down and see how much we get. And as you can see, now we got 1050 plus 3 high qual. Now, of course, seriously, depending on your situation, if you're gonna do a longer mining trip, you might want to not eat the pie and use only the tea instead. Now, you can use the jackhammer. It will have like half the ore gather. Well, 25 points lower ore gather than ice pick, but it will be much faster. So it really depends on you and on your situation. Now, in order to craft the tea, well, tea is not here. You have to have the... let me grab it real quick. What's it called? The chemistry station? The mixing table, right? Yeah, the mixing table. So you're gonna have to do some mixing for it. If I can place this. Alright, so if we look at this, first thing, you're gonna make an basic ore tea with yellow and blue berries. Then you're gonna use 4 basic ore teas to make an advanced ore tea, as you can see here. And then you're gonna use 4 advanced ore teas to make a pure ore tea, and I'm having trouble finding it. There we go, there it is. Now, of course, easier way to get it would probably be looking around the map. Well, this is a private server, so no one is here, but looking for shops and seeing if somebody sells the ore tea, because that usually somebody does sell it because we have a farm base set up, and it will save you a lot of time farming and mixing this stuff. Now, of course, we will also need a pie, which we, again, cannot access here, and we need a cooking station, I believe. Cooking workbench. Now let's place that on the ground somewhere and take a look. So, wrong one. So if we look over here, we need the bear pie for, for the increase. So for this, we will need 3 wheat, 2 eggs, 2 mushrooms, and 3 cooked bear meat. Now, it's not an issue to get any of these items, especially, well, for wheat and eggs, you might need a little farm setup. But again, take a look if somebody might be selling this item, because usually people do that sort of thing. The players who prefer mining instead of PvP and that kind of stuff. Alright guys, but that's about it for this video. I hope it helped you out. I hope you learned something new. If you did, please drop a little like, leave a comment for your algorithm, subscribe to my channel for more Rust and other game content, and I will see you in the next one.